So you've been on a diet for a few weeks now. You've been doing everything right. You've been tracking your calories, you've been watching your macros, making sure that you're eating 80% whole foods. You've been doing everything you know you need to do. But when it comes to the weekend, you find yourself saying things like, you only live once, or I'm definitely getting back on the grind when it's Monday. And because of that, it's almost impossible for you to hold on to those 5 pounds that you lost in the first week, because you just keep gaining it all back when the weekend comes and goes. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to stop falling off your diet every weekend. This will help you continue to lose fat consistently and keep it off forever. But before we begin, I just have one thing to ask of you. If you find any value in this video by the end of it, I want you to give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I really do appreciate your support. Let's jump right back into the video. So how do you stop falling off your diet every single weekend? Number one, treat every single day like a weekday. Most of you guys treat the weekend like an entirely different universe. Nothing you do on the weekend counts. Everything you do on the weekdays, that's what counts. You schedule all your workouts for the weekdays. You schedule all your cardio sessions for the weekdays. Your diet is only active on the weekdays. And then on the weekends, you don't schedule anything. You just do whatever. Guys, you need to actually be consistent 7 days a week, which means treating every single day like a weekday. Your weekends should also be treated like a weekday. You shouldn't have a different routine for the weekends than you have on the weekday. You should still track your calories. You should still be eating your macros in the right amounts. And that is how you stay consistent and stop falling off your diet every single weekend. Number two, you want to track your calories and your weight even on the weekends. This is going to help you to course correct before you go on a bender for the whole weekend and then regret your choices on Monday. So if you're, let's say, 200 pounds on Friday, but then on Saturday when you took your weight, now you're suddenly 203 pounds. At that point, you know that, okay, you probably did something wrong. Maybe you had way too many calories. Maybe you had way too many drinks on Friday night. And you could actually course correct and make sure that you're doing things to not go over your calories for the day. And that is super important, because once you do that consistently, now you understand your body more. You understand the things that you're doing that's actually derailing you from your goals. And that is going to help you stay on track way longer, and is going to lead to you losing that weight that you desperately want to lose. Also, with your calories, you want to make sure that whatever you're eating, whether it's going to be fast food, whether it's going to be a snack, it fits into your total calories for the day. So if you're eating 2,500 calories every single day, you need to make sure that regardless of what you're eating, you are not consuming more than 2,500 calories. What a lot of people do on the weekends is they're still going to eat that 2,500 calories, and then they're going to add things on top of it. If you know that you want to add anything else on top of the amount of calories you're eating, then you need to either skip lunch, skip dinner, or do whatever it takes to make sure that you're not going over 2,500 calories, regardless of what you're eating. Number three, you want to plan your outings. I don't really do spontaneous outings anymore. This is because I have to plan my weekends. I know that if I want to do anything on the weekends, if I want to go out with my friends, if I want to go on a date with my girlfriend, I know that I have to plan it in my day. I have to look at the restaurant that we're going to, look at what's on the menu, and make sure that I plan my diet around what I'm going to be doing later. So for instance, if I knew that I was going to be going to a restaurant for dinner, then I would actually skip dinner or skip lunch to give me room to be able to eat the food that I'm going to eat at the restaurant without having to worry about going over my total amount of calories. And that is something that you guys need to do. You need to start planning those dates, planning your weekends, and making sure that you're not doing anything that's going to derail you from your goals. Also, when I go out to eat, I usually get foods that have a lot of protein in them. So rather than just get whatever, I would get like a steak, or I would get some fish, or I would get some chicken. That way I know that I'm eating enough protein, and that is going to counteract the effects of all the other calories that I'm eating, because protein takes a lot longer to digest. It's going to keep me fuller, and I'm not going to feel that hungry that I need to binge on anything else on the weekend. Number four, you want to get some extra steps in. This is a hack that I've been doing for years now, and this has kept me six-pack shredded all this time. You want to get some extra steps, especially on the weekends. So usually I do about 45 minutes of cardio, but on the weekends I push that to about 55 to almost an hour of cardio. I know that I need those extra steps, especially when I know that I'm going to be doing other things like going out with my friends, maybe drinking some alcohol, or maybe having some fast food or having some pizza. This gives me that extra room, knowing that I've burnt a lot of extra calories throughout the day. I can actually eat food without having to worry that I'm gonna be going over my calories for the day. This is something that you can start doing today. So if you know you're gonna be going out for the night, or you're gonna be going to a party or whatever, make sure that you're doing some extra cardio than you usually would do that day, and this is going to give you that room to be more flexible with your diet later in the day. And number 5, most of you will not like this one, but you want to avoid alcohol. A lot of the bad decisions that you make when it comes to your diet is usually when you're drunk. This is why a lot of pizza places and fast food joints are usually open up until 2 a.m. on the weekends, because they know that you're gonna go drink, you're gonna get drunk, then you're gonna get hungry, and then you're gonna be craving some fast food. That is why they keep it open. So if you want to avoid that, you want to avoid getting blackout drunk on the weekends. Having a drink or two is fine, but if you're getting 5, 10, 15 drinks in, that is just way too much. You're gonna cause a lot of damage to your liver, and that is gonna derail you from all your goals when it comes to the weekend. I used to have a client that used to do this a lot, where he would be very consistent, and then on the weekends he would just go out, do a lot of drinking, and he stayed the same weight for about a month until I was able to talk to him and have him stop drinking on the weekends. Then he started losing the weight, and he was very surprised. And I told him, because you're drinking on the weekends, you're making a lot of bad decisions, and that's coming to bite you during the week. So avoid alcohol as much as you can, 1 to 2 drinks tops. And these are the 5 things that you should do to stop falling off your diet every single weekend. Now, if you're someone who is busy and don't really have a lot of time, but want to learn everything you need to know about your diet, calories, macros, training, cardio, and accountability, I created a fat loss blueprint in my Fit Boss community. It's totally free for you to access, and you can join by clicking the link in the description. Once again, if you found any value in this video, make sure to give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.